Record. Cool. All right, we're back, guys, for another summer show. Dun dun dun. What's up, Summer?
It's good to be back.
I know, right?
This is this is long time no see.
I know, right? It was what, last weekend or Monday? I don't remember.
No, it was last week that we.
Last week? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like probably like a Monday or a Tuesday or something like that. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like let's do podcasts every like so often. So.
Yeah, like that's kind of the thing that me and Joffrey we kind of find out is that it's like a virtual hangout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we're talking about stuff, like some of the stuff that we talk about, we're not on the, it's not on a podcast. Some of them is, or we're talking about the book and whatnot. I mean, you know.
Yeah, you guys are churning out podcasts at a faster rate that I can listen to them.
Yeah.
You do have some smaller ones, 7 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes one. So,
yeah.
But it's like always interesting to have the long form, 30 minutes, 40 minutes kind of conversations.
That's
I
true.
see that you are dressed, or at least is this your home attire? Is this your like did you actually dress up? I see you're wearing or this is like what you normally, this is your casual everyday home wear.
Yeah. I've actually gone outside, like, you know, like after I finished a book, as soon as it's a key, like I implemented 2 new habits to my quarantine habits. One is I start journaling every morning.
So you were in the beginning of this, before we started recording, you were journaling? Is that?
No, I journal in the morning. Like,
oh, okay.
I wake up, I meditate, I do journaling, and then I exercise, and then we go from there.
So how long have you been doing all of those 3? Like a few, and meditation has been ongoing for you for months?
I've been doing it on and off for the last year now, year and a half maybe. I do it through an app called Waking Up with Sam Harris.
Sam Harris, yes, I've heard that. Joe Rogan and such like before. So
yeah.
And then you said you would journal, right?
I just started like yesterday.
And then what else? You said you were doing 3 things.
Walking.
So, is that also a recent thing because of the quarantine, or?
No, it's because of the books, right? So in the book, you know, as soon as it's a key, it talks about was I walking? Cool mark, by the way.
I know. I'm always into like dragons and stuff. I have this another toy that I got from Scotland. Pick it up. Like,
ooh, is that made with bones or?
No, it's artificial. It's just plaster itself.
Oh, plastic. Oh, and it opens up. Cool. Yeah. It looks like a bird.
Yeah. It looks like I know, but it's a cool. I've always been fascinated with dragons.
Really?
But that's a different kind of topic.
Okay, we can dive into that later. Yeah. So during that book, and like it talks about like how different philosophers and, you know, Einstein, like, you know, jobs that they, you know, Steve Jobs, that they go take walks, right? And then it talks about like how the mind is moving, and if your body is moving, then your mind is moving, you know. So like yesterday I went on a walk, today I went on a walk, and I brought my basketball. So I was playing some basketball, shooting some hoops by myself. You know,
by yourself. You want to kind of put that on. So.
Yeah, by myself.
Yeah, please
don't like go after me. So yeah, like, I've been doing that like without even my phone. Like because I used to like listen to podcasts when I walk or something. You know, walk to the grocery store. I just feel like I just want to leave my phone at home. So I can take in the breath of fresh air. Like yesterday afternoon, like it was raining in the morning, and then fresh air, and then I look around at different houses, at how they did their yard. You know, like that is like serve as a reset for me. So that's the 2 habit that I just added to my quarantine life habits. So
gotcha. So I guess what I wanted to ask you is, how has, since you've done meditation the longest, how do you feel that has changed you? Or do you feel a change? Do you feel mentally a change? And then have you compared it to the days that you haven't meditated, to have like a more of a control kind of a, you know?
So I try to meditate every day. I've been doing that pretty well for last little bit. But when I was first, starting, to work from home, to start self-isolate, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't meditate every day because when I wake up, I didn't feel the need to do so, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think that's fine too. Like you don't have to use it as like a chore. Like you have to
Mm-hmm.
do it every single day. So that's why part of the reason that I want to get a dog. I want to start walking. Like because when I'm cooking, it's a form of meditation. When I'm walking, it's
Mm-hmm.
a form of meditation. So I don't have to sort of just sit on my mat for 15 minutes a day just to call it
Mm-hmm.
meditate. You know, um, and to answer your question, I don't really feel there's that much of a difference in my day-to-day behavior. So to speak, maybe I've been doing it for like longer, but
Mm-hmm.
the benefit for me is that I'm able to choose my focus a lot better than before.
Focus on what a particular task that you're going to accomplish, or like an overall general purpose of your
Yeah,
life, kind of.
yeah, like pretty much both. Because like if you think about it, right, like we are living in the information stage where there's information all of the wazoo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we cannot listen to all the podcasts that there is. We cannot watch all the shows that there is. We cannot watch all the Netflix that there is,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's be able to do better with choose what kind of uh, situation or what kind of things that I want to do. I want to
Mm-hmm.
focus on, and I focus on that more specifically. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. I mean, that's
Yeah.
even more like a more focus on that particular task or event or whatever you want to achieve. The goal is still very beneficial, like,
Yeah.
than none, right?
Like so far, like I'm able to get into the zone on like anything. Like when I'm jumping rope, because I bought a jump rope like 2 days ago, so I started jump rope every single day. Like in the morning,
In the morning.
and then go take a shower. So
Is it
when I'm
just a simple jump rope or some special kind of jump rope,
just a
or
simple jump rope, just get
just a simple
my
jump
heart
rope?
rate up. Yeah, just get my
Okay.
heart rate up. So
Do you do like fancy things or just like
no,
all of that?
no, I don't know how to do that. But I've been trying to do like with both feet and one feet and kind of mix it up like a little bit. But what I've noticed is I'm able to get into the zone like a lot quicker. Like when I'm jumping rope, like if I'm on like a long a stretch, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to focus on the rhythm, on the noise that the rope may hitting the ground.
Makes.
I'm able to,
Mm-hmm.
focus on the moving target, like say my doorknob, right? Because if I'm
Mm-hmm.
jumping rope here, I'm able to see it go up and down. So I'm able to get into the zone a lot quicker,
Mm-hmm.
and that to me has been beneficial. So like focus or quote unquote focus. So
Cool. So now one of the other podcasts I was listening to, Joffrey, you're discussing your quarantine exercise routine,
yeah,
um, and you're saying that you're like running up the stairs and then you're doing sit-ups and push-ups
push-ups. Yeah,
continuously for like 20 minutes or so.
yeah,
Um, was that what you were used to do before, like, or some form, or is this
yeah,
like again a new thing?
yeah. I've been doing that since I've been staying home.
Okay.
Today I was doing that. I was jumping rope and I run up and down there like 4 or 5 times. I did push-ups, and when I get to the top, and I did sit-ups and I jump rope in between, just to mix it up a little bit.
Man, you're gonna get used to staying at home, like, like you're doing all of these cool things to, like, kind of maintain your physical health, your mental health.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and that's the biggest thing is that people are saying, "Yeah, I'm going crazy," during the quarantine, and the reason that I think is happening for most people, the reason why is because every day they have like big clumps of everything just all together, you know, like
show us what you have in your hand. What do you have in your hand?
walnuts.
Walnuts. Okay.
Then they match. So
Okay.
it's a little Chinese thing. Wait, do you see me use this when I was at the lab? No.
No. As a matter, I haven't noticed you using that in our previous podcast too. So I was like,
Okay.
what is this?
So a segue, right? So these walnuts they match,
Oh, okay.
and it's
What do you mean by match?
like
Are
they
they
match.
exactly identical,
Yeah,
or they're the same in size?
they're like their patterns are the same, and then they're
Really? How does one tell that the patterns are the same?
you can look at
There
it.
are differences.
They match. See, so do you know how hard it is to have a walnut like match?
Oh, I would suppose.
One in like maybe 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
So there's actually a industry in Beijing where like like a hobby is that we like to tour like walnuts so that it matches, right? It's kind of like a hobby,
Mm-hmm.
and then they will change color and then they will become darker. Like this is not a regular color for the walnut,
Walnut.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like my hobby. Like when I'm reading, I just have to leave it in my hand and just let it absorb the moisture, the sweat. So it'll be
Okay.
more like a wine color, like red wine
Uh,
color, and it will be more shinier, and it will give out like a nice scent.
oh, okay. And
Anyway,
these are real walnuts. These are not
yeah,
artificial. These are
a
not
real
like.
walnut. So if you crack it, then you're able to eat it. But like most walnuts, they're actually flat on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
This one they have patterns and then they match like the sizes and whatnot, so they're rare.
Nice. Nice.
So I got
That's
into this like
that's
a few years ago.
Kevin's Walnut 101, walnut matching.
What were we talking about before the walnuts again? I forgot.
Uh, we were talking about the exercise, and
Yeah,
you're talking about how people are not. They're just
yeah,
like there's too many things, clumps, as you mentioned,
yeah.
scattered for them.
They are just grouping everything together, right? Like
Mm.
how much Netflix can you watch in one day before you feel like, oh yeah, I need to do something more productive, right? It just depends on how you segment. Because I try to segment my day into different portions, and they're completely
Mm-hmm.
different. So keep my brain fresh, so to speak.
So to speak.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how's a dog going to fit in?
A dog. That's a good question.
By the way, it's like we were looking on getting a dog like last week. Um,
After our conversation.
after a conversation, and we've been talking about getting a second dog for like months,
Okay.
but it's always like a second dog is going to be it's not going to make our life easier because
Right.
we have one dog, and it was just like right now we put it back in the back burner. We didn't go forward with the decision of getting a dog. We're just like, let's it might be a phase that we're
Mhm.
like all excited about getting a dog, but
Yeah.
it's going to be more of a challenge than help, and we need to be prepared for that
Right.
rather than think it's going to be easy. So we're just like, we're just going to put it on hold again, and if it's something that we keep bringing it up, we might think about it more. We might actually do it, but it's
Right.
just kind of funny because like you're thinking of getting a dog, and so how's it going to fit and everything? What are your
Yeah.
did you get a reply back from Debbie, or what was the other dog's name?
Captain Peanut
Captain Peanut
Butter
Butter. Yeah.
already got adopted. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah. And then Debbie, I met her on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
And then the family told me that there's two more family that they need to meet before they make
Mm-hmm.
a decision. There might be like another meeting with me. I was like, cool, let me know. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie was like good. She's working on some anxiety issue, like charging towards the dog and barking at them
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. And she looks exactly like my last dog that I took care of. Like just
Oh, okay.
looks the same.
Same.
And then like the patterns and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they're all the same, but it's a younger version of that dog.
Oh, okay.
And then so I haven't heard from them after the meeting, and then today I just submitted two more applications for two more dogs on the website, the newer
Tell
ones.
tell us more about those dogs.
So one is called Lily. It's like brand new, not even on the website yet, but
Uh-huh.
but they put it on the YouTube
Email
channel.
list. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's a 1 year. I think it's what's the term? What's the term? Schnauzer mix. A Schnauzer mix.
Schnauzer mix.
Schnauzer
Schnauzer mix.
mix.
Okay. So it's a
Like the
smaller dog.
curly hair, like
Yeah,
35
yeah.
pounds, 40 pounds. Um, Pretty good looking, like
Mm-hmm.
like black and the curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly. The number one thing is that the foster mom say that she needs more a structure with a house training. So
Mm-hmm.
she's there and she's good, right? A second one is like a lighter boxer and collie mix.
Oh, okay.
The name is Kepler, like Kepler's law. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
cool. It's like a nerdy person.
Yeah,
It's I found
well,
this like dog, but it's like white and it's like a kind of like a like a bulldog with like a
mm-hmm.
long nose and short hair, which is nice. They have like a yellow mark on one side of the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and is young, is crate train, is potty train,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking if I get to meet those two dogs next week before I make a decision, and we'll see. So
Okay. Which one are you more excited about? The
uh,
Schnauzer or the Boxer mix?
probably the boxer mix.
Okay.
To be honest, because there this already done. Like the only thing that they mentioned is that it can be protective of like the food or something. I was like, cool.
Protective of the food.
Uh-huh. Or like their toy or something.
Uh-huh. So
Uh,
if another dog comes in, they might get really aggressive with that because they're
maybe.
protecting the toy. So
Yeah, but the thing is it's gonna be the only dog. Like, I'm never gonna get a second dog, just one dog, and then just be done with it, right?
yeah, yeah. But if you take it out in a park or something,
Yeah,
that's something to keep because they might
yeah,
somebody else's toy, they
right.
might think it's their toy. So
Yeah. So across those three, Debbie is in the running. I'm probably leaning away from Debbie now, to be
mm-hmm.
honest. But I need to know more after I meet those two dogs next week, and then after they get
Okay.
to me. But that's the status of the dog adoption and whatnot. So
What site is this on? Humane?
uh,
What
Rescue Rover.
rescue rover?
RescueRover.net. Are you looking at that website, or do you look at something else?
Rescuerovers.org.
Or yeah, it's a yellowish website.
Yes, yes, yes. Rescue Rover dog adoptions. And let's see, it says adopt, available dogs. I'm just curious. I like to look at dogs
Yeah.
and the
So
videos of dogs.
yeah. So Lily is not on the website yet.
I
It's
see Kepler.
yeah,
I
Kepler.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Definitely. Yep. Okay.
So short hair. Everything is
So
trained.
cute.
Yeah. I like
Oh, it's a cute dog.
asymmetry of the face.
Yeah, yeah. It's my friend has a boxer pit bull mix.
Right. I think you told me that last time.
Yeah, yeah. So, something that she, I don't know if it is a boxer thing or a pit bull thing or mixed thing, but they have more sensitive stomachs. Um, like my friend's dog's farts are deadly. So
That's funny.
that's
Farts are-
kind of, but oh, okay. And then you said there was another one?
Yeah, so Lily, I don't think Lily is on the website. I think they just got her. Uh,
Oh, okay.
so Lily is on the YouTube channel. So if you go to
Nice.
YouTube and search Rescue Rover, you should find
There's
her on there.
Kepler, and you said there was Debbie?
Debbie, yeah, Debbie is a black lab. She's on the website.
I don't see Debbie actually. Yeah,
You don't see Debbie?
I don't see Debbie.
Okay, maybe she's been adopted, but not by me, obviously. But we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, I don't. You know what? I mean, good for them. Like if
I
that, if
know.
that. So how did you on this topic? So why? And I may have asked you this last time, but why a rescue?
Because
Why are you leaning towards rescue?
because
And why this particular rescue
Rescue Rover.
rovers?
Okay. So rescue is that correct? Because when I was living at my host family, when I was going through high school,
Uh-huh.
it's a Chinese family, and then they have three dogs when I go in, right?
Uh-huh.
The older one is just like a dad, look like Debbie, right? It's a black
Uh-huh.
mix,
Mm-hmm.
she was 11 when I moved to their house, so
Okay.
when I started to take care of her and take her on the walks and whatnot. And the other dogs, like there's no fault to the host family, but they start breeding with them. you know.
Oh, okay.
So like they start having puppies, and then on a pretty regular basis, either like once a year or
Mm-hmm.
twice a year. So I got to be a part of like looking like how the new puppies got born and all that stuff. Like that was all fun.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is when you sell them for a profit,
Mm-hmm.
then I I personally feel like the line between, oh, I'm a dog lover, oh, I like money, like that line kind of gets
Mm-hmm.
blurry a little bit, because like those puppy, like if you think about this, right, like if you breed a dog twice a year, that's
Mm-hmm.
actually not that frequent.
Mm-hmm.
If you breed a dog twice a year, if a litter is like have 4 puppies, they're like middle-sized dogs, which are 4 is actually pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
A male will go for $600,
Oh wow, okay.
and a female will go for $900.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about every every quarter or every half of a year, you get money for that part.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the line between you love dogs and the line between 3-4 grand. Like, how do you make the distinction, right? So
Mm-hmm. I don't know why you need to, but
yeah. But for me, I don't want to encourage that, if that makes sense.
okay. No, that's a personal choice. So
Yeah. And then there's a different documentary, I think, on like Netflix. I watched one called like The Dog House, right? Or like where they talk about, okay, cool. So
there's
like,
a breeding farms and
yeah, breeding farm, and there's this non-profit. There's this a gay couple that started like a rescue,
mm-hmm.
that like all the dogs live at their own home. So there's like 45 dogs live at their own home and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made a film on that. And then like most like the dogs that are give up for rescue or for adoption, if they don't find the owner, they like put them down, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yeah, like why do I want to buy a puppy when I can rescue a dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like my thinking on like that. And then with Rescue Rover, like it was just complete randomness. I was just one day I was bored listening to all the dog training podcasts and videos, and then I just, okay, let's look at some dogs. And then
Mm-hmm.
there's the Sandy. There's so like each and every county or a
County.
city,
Mm-hmm.
they have a dog shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Those people, like you can tell that they don't care, right? It's like, yeah, we got chipped, they are neutered, and the shots are up to date. If you want to adopt, come find us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I have no idea what the dog is like. I have no idea like what is she like or what is he like. And, like is it house trained or not? There's no
Mm-hmm.
information, right? Animal society are the same thing. The best friends are a little better, but most
Mm-hmm.
places are closed right now, right? And then I just stumbled upon Rescue Rover,
Okay.
and they actually write out pretty funny stuff. If you look at the website, there's this pit bull name is Queen Montage.
Mm-hmm.
That one's
But
name.
but are they writing that funny stuff just because? Like it's just like is there any truth? Is there any truth to that, or they're just being funny? Like
No. So like you can tell that the foster parents, that they care about the dog, that they write out funny descriptions of their dogs. Like what do they
Mm,
like? What do they? So like the care level, you can tell it's a lot higher, right?
okay.
And
Gotcha.
secondly, like they don't have a shelter. Like every single dog that goes right into the foster home, like and like the foster mom, like Debbie, like they've been with a foster mom since last August.
Okay.
So they've been through this whole process, and then once they're ready for adoption, and then they post them. So
Gotcha.
I mean, this is a non-profit. Everything, everybody that works for them, the foster parents are all like volunteers. So I just thought it's a good
So do you pay
organization.
them any money to like upkeep the project or
250, I think.
okay? And it's kind of a
Or
flat thing for or it changes with the dog.
no, it's flat. So
Okay.
if you're getting from 0 months to like 5 years, it's
Mm-hmm.
250. From 5 to 9, 5 to 8, it's like two 200.
Okay.
Anything over 8 is like $100.
Oh, okay.
So
So okay, I think that's kind of that's fair and reasonably priced. So
Yeah, I mean,
um,
so like they have to do the surgery. They have to make sure that
yeah,
they're
they gotta get the
stuff.
shots. They gotta like do surgery. They gotta like I mean, there's also food and
Yeah. So I
such
mean,
things like.
it's on the higher end in terms of adoption.
Hmm.
Like Animal Society, I think it's like 60 or 90 or something.
Hmm.
But I really do feel like they do care, and I want to support them.
Okay, that's good. No, that's
Yeah.
definitely a good call to make if you think that these are like they have better care for their dogs and better fostering system, because when you get the dog, you're essentially getting them somewhat groomed, right? Somewhat obedient or trained. You don't have to go through the process of like training them. You'll have all you have to do is kind of increase their training, maintain their training, be consistent.
Build on top
Right?
of that. Yeah.
Build on top, right?
And then
So.
their adoption process is actually cool because it's not like a first come first serve basis. So every single dog they accept 3 application,
Oh, okay.
and then they put the resume, they put the dog on hold, like Captain Peanut Butter. Like my application to her was too late, right? And then they will have the foster mom meals every single one, and then
Mm-hmm.
if there's a fit, and then they adopt it. If they're not fit, and then they keep on taking applications.
Oh, okay. That's
So
kind
and
of
it's pretty responsible, and then and it's good. So
that's awesome. Kudos to you, man. And I hope that you get a dog. It's definitely going to be a life-changing
yeah,
moment for you. And
for sure.
no better companion. Dogs make a really good companion to have.
Yeah.
So.
So my daily schedule, like after I have a dog, like the way that I can see it is that I wake up, I do my thing, and then I just take him out on a walk or something as like a
Mm-hmm.
exercise. And that's the exciting thing, is that it's getting nicer outside, and I can be outside more often. I
Mm-hmm.
do like training, and then whenever I eat, and he or she will eat, and then drink water. And when we're at home, we're just chilling. Like if I'm reading
Yeah.
books or drinking tea, and then he or she can just stay home, and we go from there. So there's
Yeah.
going to be more outside time for me, which is good. More walking, more exercising. So
Yeah. It's definitely going to be
it couldn't
definitely
hurt.
going to. It definitely couldn't hurt, right?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and I suppose that these dogs that you're getting are because a lot of times with puppies, you go through this phase of, man, puppies are cute. We got them, 6 months. They're destroying everything. They're
Yeah.
tearing stuff. You're pulling your hair. You're like, why did I do this? I want to give it up for adoption and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like past the year and a half mark, that's like, oh, now they're fun again. They're listening to me. They're
Yeah.
not destroying stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's why I'm not getting puppies at all. I'm not
yeah.
even thinking about it. Like they have to be at least house trained for me to even consider it, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not experienced. It's my first dog, right? I'm not experienced to do like house training, and then the more they can do the fundamental stuff, the more I feel more
Yeah, you're
comfortable.
more confident about like training the bigger stuff. So
Yeah. So
awesome! I'm excited for you.
we'll see. We'll
And
see.
yeah, let's see if it's not these. I hope it's some other dogs that become like Kevin's gonna make a great dog dad.
Dog dad.
So
That's the thing that I always don't get. Like, why do people call their dogs like their children? Like, why cannot just be the best friend or something?
because they become that way. At least for us, or
Uh-huh.
at least for me. I mean, she even sleeps with us. She spends most of his time in a crate, but a lot of times she'll like sleep like with me and not just like a baby. She'll sleep like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know if I have a picture. Let me kind of see.
Well, I saw she said in a crate during
Yeah,
nighttime.
yeah, she does. But in the morning she comes up, and before going to the crate, she sleeps for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much the entire night we make her sleep in the crate because we don't want her to come. But like in during the day or in the morning, I'll try to find a picture to kind of show. And it's like if you look at that, it'd be like, yeah, she's like a baby. Like she's because
Cool.
the way we treat her, it's not you know, you could treat a dog like a dog, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
an animal, but it's up to how you treat them that can
Right.
change things.
Do you
So
do you put a crate? I just have a quick question. Do you put a crate in the bedroom, like alongside your bed, or do you put it somewhere else in the house?
um we always had it in our bedroom,
Okay.
always, and then we got used to it and she got used to it. So now if I were to put the crate anywhere else, like she'll whine, she'll like cry.
Okay.
But if I put the crate like this is, I don't know if you can see.
Sideways. Your light is too bright. Ah,
Ah,
I can see it now. Okay. Cool.
so
So so in the morning, either your wife or yourself are like, like awake and you just open the door and they just jump on the bed pretty much.
yeah, and she jumps on the bed like, and it's not that I'll be honest and say it's not like I don't like it. Like I like it. I like it when she like
Yeah.
comes and like gives you snuggles and cuddles and like, because they're very innocent. They're like they just, and a lot of times my wife will tell you I pull her close to me like I want to like she's my teddy bear. She's my
Uh-huh.
so it's kind of the way you kind of treat them that they become more than just friends or pets. They become your children.
Right.
So like anything happens to her, I'm like, okay, we gotta like rescue her. Like, you know, it's
Mhm.
not like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah. But I mean, it might be different for you. You might, you might choose a different path. But
Mm-hmm.
irrespective,
Right.
it's gonna be life changing. So
Life trainer. That's pretty much true.
just
So
yeah,
yeah.
probably move away all the walnuts. She might try to get the walnuts.
Yeah, that's why the walnut is on the bookshelf, my friend.
Which
It's not on the table.
yeah, yeah. So
Cool. Awesome.
that's cool. That's cool, man. So what else? What else? So dog, one thing. Are you going to buy any? Like, is there anything else that you are planning to get, or? Uh,
Not not really. I've been thinking about getting the a smart doorbell, like a Google
uh,
Nest.
yeah. Okay.
The
Yeah.
Nest
I still have to put up
Nest.
my ring. I got a ring last year, and I
You still
still
haven't
have to
put it
put
up
it
yet?
up. I haven't put it up as yet.
Uh,
And
lazy, lazy.
it's it's just that the power source for the ring, you can have it battery operated, but I didn't want to have a battery,
Yeah.
and I thought my doorbell that was in the house had power to it, but it was a
Mhm.
wireless doorbell, so I had to like somehow get power from somewhere else to the
Yeah.
ring door, so that it's always charging. It's always like
Yeah. Yeah. So with Nest, I did not know this until like last time I was looking into this, but there's actually a doorbell box in the house somewhere. And
mhm.
then for Nest, it's like a installation process where you go to the box and then you kind of connect like a little receptor, I think, to that, and then it will talk to the doorbell and it will be charging that as well. So
uh, you have a new construction, so possibly you do have it.
yeah,
But for like older construction, older houses, it's a nightmare.
it is okay.
Yeah, because as I said, like my doorbell was not a hooked up doorbell. It was a wireless doorbell. So I have
Oh,
to find where the whole thing is. There's no box. There's no
oh,
like thing where I can find the connections and put the stuff. So
so you have to get a
uh,
battery one.
so I have to get a battery one. I have to like or do like more stuff to make sure it's always power.
Right,
So
right. That makes.
so Nest and Ring. Why Nest?
So I've
Why
been
the door?
doing some research, right? Like the difference between
Uh-huh.
Nest and Ring. I'm not sure if you done any research before you bought it, but
I don't think the Nest thing was pretty popular till last year. Like last year when I got Ring,
Mhm.
um, and I got like an older version of Ring just to kind of like try out. Like it was like on sale for $50. I was
Mm.
like, let's try it. Let's see how it is.
So
If
you
I
haven't
want
put
to
it up
upgrade
yet,
in the future,
and you haven't put it up yet.
and I haven't even put it up yet.
So for me, I've been, like how I do like research, right? Like
Uh-huh.
dog research and whatnot. I spent like a solid day on researching doorbells. Um, so first of all, the hardware, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ring are kind of bulky to me. For
Okay.
example, like it looks kind of bulky, like with like
Squarish thing, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
with a nest, it's just like a little circle, and then you're
Yeah.
done, right? And then the camera wise is similar, right? It have a 160-degree angle view,
Mm.
but the night side version is a lot better. Like the camera is a lot better. I'm not sure if that's a Google software or something, but the Nest photo are a lot better in terms of quality compared to
Mm-hmm.
Ring. And secondly, the communication, like you
Mm-hmm.
actually talk to the person outside, the mic quality is a lot better on Nest as well.
Okay.
So that's the hardware. Software wise, I already have a Google Nest thermostat for the whole
Mm-hmm.
house. So I already have the app. It's going to be quick install and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
And then the feature wise, I think Amazon charges you $3 if you want the extra
Video
like
recording
video
storage.
recording, but they cap you. I think
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what's the cap, but that costs you $3 a month for that.
Mm-hmm.
And with a Nest, it's $5 a month, but they don't cap you at all. Like it's
Okay.
recording 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a facial recognition thing. So whoever comes, and then they're gonna be pop up on your phone, and you can go into the app and say, okay, this is summer. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever summer comes, and then I'll have a notification and say, hey, summer is here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, cool. So I go get summer, right? So hardware wise, the camera and the mic works a lot better than Ring to my knowledge, and software wise is a little better as well.
Okay.
That's kind of my
But Ring's been in the market for a longer time. They have the Ring 2, the Ring Pro.
yeah.
This is compared to like the best version of Ring. Is that?
Yeah, so there's three different kinds of Ring, right? There's this
Yeah.
fundamental one, and there's like a middle, and there's a higher tier one. There's
Mm-hmm.
compared to the higher tier one. I think that one will cost you like 220.
The higher version.
Yeah, so it's so Google Nest will run you like 220 as well. So
Okay.
between
So
comparison,
and Google Nest has just one. It doesn't have tiers of.
just one. Yeah.
It's just one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like $220, $5 a month.
Yeah.
For that. It's just kind of funny how they're like, every time they'll come out with something else, they'll charge you more money to to have like a subscription on it.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I feel like by the time you end up with everything, like the doorbell, the thermostat, the outdoor like camp, like the lights and stuff, you're like, and all the subscription for that, it's just gonna be like,
that's true.
10, $15 a month
That's
plus
true.
the capital cost.
I mean, like that's how tech company figure out that's the best way that they can make money, right? Like for example, like Peloton, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3,000 to 4,000 treadmill or bike, but after you got that, it's not done yet. Like like you have to pay $30 a month for classes.
Yeah, the subscription.
Right. So I think this is like a prime business model that all the tech company has figured out, because for example, like a doorbell,
Mm-hmm.
you bought it once, you're set for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
So they want something that can make sure that you're hooked, that you can do that. Well, you don't have to get it, right? But for me, if I'm using this, I wanted to record my doorstep at 24/7. Right.
Do you? I mean, why do you feel the need to record stuff that's happening 24/7?
I don't know, more like peace of mind or something.
What about right now?
What about right now? I don't have it right now. And then
so you don't have that peace of mind?
No, and then my like parents are like nagging me because of the virus,
Oh.
Like like New York, and they're other like LA, like like Asian people are being targeted, like people are getting beat up, and people are like there's more burglary because people need some money, right? Like they're out of jobs, right? So all the safety concern, they be nagging me about getting one. So that's what I'm doing research, and then all that fun stuff. So I don't know if I needed the subscription, but if they offer it, I think the Google one is better than the Ring. So
okay, so that's good to know. I mean, as I said, my Ring is kind of an older version, and it seemed to have some issues.
Yeah.
When I was getting it, but it was just like, it's $50. whatever. Like it's just again peace of mind.
Right.
And if it's like you can always change to something else once you have a setup ready for it, right? So, but it's just do you have Alexa or you have Alexa, right?
Yeah,
Or you have,
I have Alexa because the reason I pick Alexa over Google is that Alexa has more entertainment control compared to
I
Google.
mean, sometimes she doesn't listen though.
That's true. That's true. So I have a Alexa Echo Mini in my kitchen,
Oh, okay.
and when I get Sonos, like I think that will be the trend for the next future. Is that like the hardware can support both services
Mm-hmm.
and choose. So pretty much I'm flexible, but I'm leaning towards Alexa. But in the case of a smart doorbell, Alexa, the Ring is just not very good compared to Ring. Compared to Nest Hello. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
feel. So
That's good to know. I mean, that's definitely something for me to keep in mind next time I'm shopping for doorbells and such. So
are you gonna put up the $50 one, or are you gonna?
I am. My wife's been like, "You got to do it," and I just was like, "Yeah, I found the wires. I found like the connection. I just have to make sure that if I can test and make sure the wires are what I'm looking at, because the wires go from one end of the house to the doorbell, and I need to make sure it's the same wires because
Right,
because they go to the wall and such. It's hard to like know other than you're ripping the wall out and trying to find it. So,
right.
um, so yeah, I mean, hopefully that's kind of, we can kind of do that. So yeah, that's cool. I'm excited to kind of see your adventures in this tech. When is it coming?
I haven't bought it yet, so I've been putting it off. I've been putting it off because
And you to ask me why haven't I put the ring?
yeah, I've been putting it off. Like like so far I don't need to Utah is like safer, but
Hmm.
it's definitely on the bucket list. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
So, how things with your job? Are you still things? Are you still holding meetings?
Yeah.
More road shows cancel. I've heard that more businesses will be shut down
Yeah.
starting tomorrow.
My barber shop told me that it got shut down. I was like, crap.
Oh, okay.
No more a haircut until May 1st. I was like, I cannot last till May 1st.
What about your beard, man? You're gonna start growing a beard?
No, like this is bugging me already. It's like the peach hair. That yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, I
Um,
was like, maybe he's growing this the traditional,
I'm
like, you know.
I'm like more of a clean shaving guy, to be honest. But yeah,
For once, keep it. Like, take a picture, shave it off, but no
yeah,
shave quarantine.
no shave quarantine. But it's out of my control. I have no idea when it will be done. The whole quarantine situation.
That's why
So
you keep going, I mean, so
I I guess I have to now, right? Like, because I'm not gonna
sure,
get.
there you go. Your barbershops are closed.
Yeah, so I was like, crap, like because for me, I go get a haircut every 6 weeks because
Oh, okay.
if it's over that period, like I feel shaggy, like my hair is like long, like this is a perfect length for me.
Okay.
See like how good I look right now, like
You're handsome, man.
if it gets longer, it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna be like, the hair is bugging me
So,
all day.
hey, so I forgot to ask from the last time we were in Caliber 357, you were kind of mentioning about your dating life.
Yeah, dating life. Oh, okay.
How's
We'll talk
that?
about that now. Cool.
I'm curious because I just remember, you were going to go on more dates and with that
What did we
one
talk
person.
about at the burger place? Did we talk about anything else? I don't remember.
Well, we met again with the jazz game, and you
Oh
were
yeah, the
mentioning how you were going,
shenanigans Saturday. Right, I
and
remember.
you had this one person that you were going to go out more
I don't
dates.
remember. Who is that guy? Is that a Chinese lady?
Yes, man.
Oh,
If
okay.
you can't remember, then that's over.
Okay, so the latest update on that is I tried to ask her out 2 days ago again, and
Uh-huh.
she like turned me down. So
What?
that was that was the last update. So
How many dates did you go before?
Twice, I think.
Okay.
But with her is kind of funky. Wait, how much did I tell you? Because I want to make sure.
I thought from what you told me that it was going to be good. Like she was not a typical Asian,
Yeah.
not a typical Chinese girl, and you liked that. You liked that she wasn't that
All right.
typical.
Okay.
Uh,
So let's start from the beginning, right? So in the beginning, there was always my other friend. I have a Chinese friend who owned a noodle shop at Chinatown. I think you've been there, right? Called One
could be,
More.
maybe.
No? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, like their family are all from Beijing, so like like I made friends with their parents, and they're like my parents now. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're like tight, right? And then what happened was like there's other Chinese people, and then they go to Chinatown, they go to eat at a
Mm-hmm.
restaurant, and then my friend Ken, who is the son of the owner of the noodle shop, that
Mm-hmm.
she met this Chinese lady. Let's call her I don't think she has a English name. Her like Chinese name is called Xiao Rui. So let's call her like Shelly, right?
Okay.
It's easier to like remember.
Shut up.
So yeah, so me and Ken were gonna hang out. We went to Fa Saigon. We
Mm-hmm.
wanted to like grab something to eat. And then he told me, yeah, can I like bring a friend? I was like, yeah, sure. Well, why not? Like, I thought it was his friend, right?
Oh, okay.
And then, Shelly was there, and then we're kind of talking. And then, like, my friend Ken, he's trying to set me and Shelly up, but
Oh, okay.
he didn't tell me or tell Shelly. And then I kind of feel like that kind of going, like, because he's trying to like talk me up like this whole time. I'm trying to say Kevin is like super good, and the whole thing feel more genuine,
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we went bowling. It was fun, blah blah blah. Like I kind of know her a little bit more about her
Mm-hmm.
personality. And afterwards, we've just been texting on like WeChat. So I got a sense that like okay, I think I like her. I think that was right when we go on a Saturday
Mm-hmm.
shit,
Shenanigan.
right? And then what happened was I tried to ask her out, and then she said, "Yeah, like I don't really, I'm not that familiar with you. Like, we're just new friends."
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I thought she might be not like interested in me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just dropped it, right? I think that's where we are at last time that we met.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of just went out my like business, and then I talked to my friend Ken. I was like, yeah, next time just tell me. It's super awkward,
Mm-hmm.
blah blah. But that's not a thing that I want to go
Mm-hmm.
into. But what happened was a couple of days ago, like a week ago, I've been doing this podcast, right? Doing the
Mm-hmm.
quarantine, and then I've been doing the Chinese one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she listens to it. I guess that's my best Siri. So she started reaching out to me again. I was like, yeah, how you been doing? How's this and how's that? I was like, good, good, good. And then we started talking again. So I was like, okay, maybe she started turning around, maybe a little bit. So she wants to hang out again, but the thing is last time we hang out is with my best friend Ken.
Okay.
So like think about like you and your like and your wife hang out
Mm-hmm.
with me, right? It's going to be awkward.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain stuff that you want to ask her, like
Mm-hmm.
say you're dating her, you don't want me to hear, or
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Yeah,
weird,
yeah, yeah.
right? So the last time that we all hang out was in that setting,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then um just a week ago she started reaching out to me again. I was like, okay, cool. And then yesterday she wants to like also have to go out and play like a board game or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so I was like, I have to know what's going on, right? Are you really interested or not?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I asked her out again like two days ago, and then she told me she just got out of a long-term relationship and blah blah blah. We can be friends. I was like, okay, cool. But at least I got what I needed to know. Where like she's like,
Yeah, yeah. So she's still okay to hang out with you guys, or is it because
yeah,
she turned you down, but that doesn't mean she's not
yeah,
doesn't want to hang out with you anymore.
yeah. We might still hang out, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean you don't have your expectations set that way, but it's
Yeah,
just
I don't. So,
but you know.
But that's the latest on like
That's the latest on Kevin's love.
Yeah. Do you know anybody? Like every single time that my mom asks, like how's your day? Like I was like, yeah, do you know anybody?
It's not on top of my head, man. But if there's anybody that ever pops in my mind, I will definitely let you know before I set you up. So,
perfect. I appreciate that.
Appreciate
and then
that.
like Joffrey offered me a Mexican girlfriend for the longest time, but I still haven't seen anything
You
yet.
still haven't seen. I'm not gonna make any offers.
So yeah, that's late.
But how did you take it? Was it a heartbreak for you? Were you like, oh, okay? How did you take it?
I took it fine for the second time because to be honest, I like my read on the situation was correct. Like the last time that we hang out, like she told me that she's not familiar with me, but she sounds like she doesn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, cool, all right. We leave it at that. Like my read on the situation was right, but I just wasn't sure if she turned around. Maybe I've been showcasing my superior podcasting skills. I don't know, right? Maybe she turned around. I don't know, right? So that's what I want to find out. So that's why, like, I say in my work, like in marketing, like I'm okay with the yes.
Maybe you can dedicate a Chinese podcast to Shelly.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Your American girlfriend, Shelly.
Yeah. So like in like marketing, right? Like same thing. Like I'm okay with a yes. I'm okay with a no. I hate maybes.
Okay.
I absolutely hate maybes. Like I guess in this situation, like because I was fed up. Was like what's really going on? Like like we didn't really get to talk about this. I know kind of how you feel, but I want to make sure. Yeah. So I made sure of it like 2 days ago. So
that's good, man. That's brave. That's courageous, and it seems like you are settled with those expectations and you took it well. So kudos to you again.
I kind of get practice on this situation before.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand that you were like, like, hey, you take rejection all the time in marketing, but this is a different kind of rejection. It's could be more personal, right?
Yeah, but if you think about it, right, like to like like showcase love or to find your partner, like it's gonna be a vulnerable process.
Yeah.
Because one party has to show interest first, right? And then there's a chance to get rejected, right? Like
of course, definitely.
But like it just you depend on, are you okay with taking the no's, right? Like I was okay with it in the marketing realm. I'm okay with it here as well. So
I think that's good. I kind of I want to say hats off to you. It's something that like it's been, I'm still learning it. It's still hard. And I never dealt with it really well. But
you've been like you were dating a couple of people before your wife.
Yeah, but I mean I felt like I had some terrible breakups and I didn't really take it well. It took me a lot of time to get over some of them, like years, like year and a half, 2 years, like long time. So
really, all right.
And it's just something that rejection wasn't something that like I handled well. Like if you can kind of put it in the right frame of mind that you're not going to die. It's not like and not like it's still hurtful. It's still painful. It's still, but it's not going to. You're going to take your time to grieve.
Right.
But move after that. Once your grieving is done, if you take away the grieving period, for me, I think it just became like a wall, like hard to like let somebody in, trust somebody.
Right.
But if you grieve, you cry in the car, you listen, it's like you give yourself that time to be like, you know what, I'm gonna trust somebody again. I'm gonna be vulnerable again.
Yeah, so. I did every single thing that you just mentioned besides the time part. So I was in the same boat too. So.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah.
So we'll keep looking.
Any thing that you want to share? Because I don't want to talk about something more personal, but if you don't want to share, that's fine.
Well, we can do it later. We can do it a different kind of. All right. Because it's a long story. it could be a long story if I needed it, if I
All right,
wanted to make it
cool.
to be.
I'm
But
not
no,
intrigued.
no, no. But
Yeah.
yeah, but it's definitely a story indeed. But we've all seen that. We've all seen the heartbreaks and all
Is
seen
it
these things
is
coming.
it after my time at the lab or during that time or after?
So, you know, it was, I think you joined the lab in
2014.
2014. And so that relationship ended in late 2012. Yeah.
Okay. Before
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah. And I didn't start dating again, like having a serious relationship with my wife till like the late 2014.
Really?
So yeah, so it took me, like, as I said, like 2 years ish to kind
Really?
of
Okay.
to kind of
Cool.
like get over that. And yeah, I dated in the process and stuff like that, but nothing was serious. I just wasn't
Right. Right.
like
Okay.
committed into it. So, but you know, that's life. It
That's
happens.
life. Yeah, that's life. That's true. So,
That's
uh,
cool.
yeah,
That's cool. What else is going on?
that's it. Pretty
That's
much.
it.
You listened to a podcast last time. You told me you had some questions you want to ask or something. I mean,
I didn't quite get to actually. Okay, to be honest, I forgot those questions.
write it down. Write it down.
I'll write it down. And I had to listen to a little bit more. Like as I said, I was trying to listen to your last. Not, I don't think it's the last one, but when Joffrey, and it was a bit difficult to kind of.
Yeah,
Um,
and those one like I'm not that happy with a production value, but hey, like like or with the content like general because it just there's not much there, right? Like
it's
so
okay. I mean, it's okay. As you said, this is more of a like a hangout, just like
yeah, just a
you know.
virtual hangout. So
Shout out to all our listeners who might be listening or viewers who might be viewing and just need it.
right,
It's so awesome to listen to somebody who's familiar, just chatting like friends. I've told you this before, and that's what got me into your podcast was like, oh, I know Kevin, and this is like listening to a friend,
yeah, that's
you
true.
know. So it's something that's kind of different from listening to Joe Rogan or
Right,
any other podcast. Like, you know, it's
true.
you could be shooting the breeze, but that's what friends do.
That's
We
true.
talk about life.
Yeah.
So
And especially during this time, so with social distancing and whatnot, like it just let's hang out, right? So
exactly. This is the most we can social distance and still socialize.
yeah, that's true.
I'm touching Kevin. It's less than 6 feet, the camera.
I'm touching the camera. That's true.
So
We're
I
like
think it's really,
go. Sorry.
I was just saying it's important to kind of keep that going, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah, yeah. But, and I'm really impressed by how you're taking care of yourself. Like you're alone, and a lot of listeners of yours might find themselves in similar situations, like being alone in this time, not being able to go out can be really hard, both physically but mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, it's definitely like a social experiment right now. To be honest, like
mhm.
how can people take this time? How can people do self reflection, right? Because people love to make an excuse that I'm busy. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm just like a dog chasing my tail. I'm just doing all the stuff. I'm not sure if I'm making progress. Now you have time. What's your excuse?
Yeah, there you go. There
What's
you
your
go.
excuse?
Yeah, it really gets to take a deep look inside what the heck you've been doing. So
Yeah, and then like Joffrey and I, like when we were first doing this quarantine thing, like we're talking about
mhm.
like how like this is crazy, right? Like people are like they're like bored, they're like doing stuff. So that means maybe the stuff that you were doing before probably is not that fulfilling.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
there was also there was like work. There was like your routine that you
yeah.
went out 9 to 5 and you came home and you went to gym, you ate food and you had dinner.
Then
Now
what?
that without that 9 to 5, it's like
Yeah,
what the heck are you gonna do?
yeah,
So
true. So it's a social experiment. Like it'll be interesting to see what kind of a business that came out of this whole thing and come
yeah,
out
I think
stronger.
there's gonna be a lot of research that will come out of this. Our world's gonna be so much different
Yeah,
past this, and you're right. A lot of I mean, I can't think of the ideas per se, but I can definitely see some people capitalize on ideas that might come out of this
Yeah, that's
kind of
true.
experiment, like whether changes to like Facebook or apps or totally different kind of app. Like,
Yeah, like for example, right? Like I've never, ever, ever ordered my groceries from any place
hmm,
before, never, ever. But now, like I have Prime, like like they can do whole food delivery. I've done it twice.
okay,
So nice. It's so freaking nice. Like I pick on the website, I say
uh-huh.
okay, and then they have the Prime membership deal, so I can get like cheap fruit
Oh, okay.
and it's amazing because if you over like $35,
Hmm.
they ship it to you for free, and then you just have to tip the driver.
Oh, okay.
I was like, cool. I don't have to leave the house. I can get best fruit and best veggies. Sign me up, right? So I've done it for the last like twice now. I'm gonna keep
Hmm.
on doing this. It's good.
Is
So
it same day delivery or?
yeah, it's like 2 hours. So you have to be a little bit more patient with like I usually place the order like in the morning.
Hmm.
So I wake up and say, okay, I'm running low on fruit, or I
Hmm.
go into Amazon Prime, I go into like the Prime
Hmm.
deal. I bought strawberry, I bought apples, I bought different snacks and frozen fish
Hmm.
and stuff. Oh, their like salmon is amazing.
Okay.
Like a piece of salmon, like yeah, it's kind of small. It's like this big. It's like
Okay.
$4, but it tastes amazing. Anyway, so and I just put in an order, and then you choose time slot. That's why I recommend you do it in the morning.
Hmm.
And then you're not gonna get a time slot when you're first looking at it. You have to like refresh the screen once in a while to see, and you can typically get like a same day delivery, like maybe in a few hours, and they will get dropped to your doorstep.
So
It's like amazing. So
that's and that might change. People might become more.
yeah,
It might become more convenient. I mean, and I think shopping for vegetables and grocery might become an experience. I don't
yeah,
know, like
it
you
is.
get most of it, and then you go there for like smelling the fruit. Take,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't know, but it could change a lot of things.
Yeah, but like for me, like whole food delivery is one thing, right? Like I probably would
Hmm.
not trust like an instant cart delivery from Walmart
Hmm.
because the quality of the food is not there,
Well,
right?
but that's going to Walmart to get it. I mean,
Yeah,
I
like I
can't
don't
see the
want to go.
difference. Like you don't go to Walmart, then you're not gonna get either.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to go to Walmart right now, but that's the
Yeah.
point, right? So, I mean, it's just interesting to see what comes out. Like Dave Chang, I think I posted on my like Instagram account. Like he argued that the restaurant industry will never be the same after this. Maybe more takeout, maybe more
Hmm.
delivery, but like like they're gonna take a big hit after this. So
Yeah. That might like I can foresee like if you're doing if 90% of your things are delivery, then why do you have a big shop with
right.
chairs and tables? You can cut your shop in half, save on rent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just have one or two tables at the most, and you're doing most of your stuff delivery, right?
Yeah,
However, restaurant in itself was an experience. Like going to eat out was an experience.
that's true.
So I don't know if people would appreciate that even more
Mm-hmm.
past this or less.
Yeah,
You
definitely
know,
a good question.
yeah.
Um, like to
So
be honest, I'm like craving pho right now, but but I haven't got anything yet.
you can just order. Go Uber Eats. Go order.
Yeah,
Support the local business. Like
yeah,
support your favorite place before
that's
they go under.
that's true.
Um, so like
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like I mean we were trying to like order like 2 3 times a week just to kind of our places that we used to go eat and
Do you do Uber Eats? Do you do like
we just
fast?
do Uber Eats. We
Is
just
that
do
better?
Uber as opposed to.
I don't know, like Grubhub or something. And
I haven't tried Grubhub. I don't foresee how it's going to be different.
okay.
And I think their discounts might vary. I think their price points might vary a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but the cost of the food is almost the same. It's not like
Okay.
you
So you
know.
pay the delivery fee, so you tip the driver, and that's it, pretty much.
Pretty much it. They have like their own service tax, which I think Uber or Grubhub might take, and then they have like the delivery
Okay.
fee, which you can get off depending upon, like Uber has, if you order in like 5-6 minutes, your delivery fee is
Huh?
it's waived.
Cool.
So, and you only have tip. So,
Okay. Cool.
so you can get
If you
it
have a
for,
coupon code, if you have a
if you have a
coupon code,
coupon
send it
code, you can have, I mean, so it's just like, it's just, man, this is going to be really hard for, I mean, with more businesses being shut down, I mean, it's going to be totally, I still hope that people are supporting local businesses and ordering stuff from them.
right.
It's still like, yeah, learn how to cook. I think this is an awesome time to kind of learn how to cook and kind of get your house in order, and instead of like eating out every day.
Right.
But I think the businesses do need that support, right?
Yeah.
Because if those guys they go under, they're gonna default, they're gonna not pay loans to banks. What are banks gonna do? They're gonna have even more debts, which is gonna affect us in turn.
Right.
More bailouts, it's all like a circle at the end. You're gonna be affected by it in some way.
That's true.
Hopefully, you're not at the bottom. So
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we'll see. I mean, this whole situation, like, I don't see it ending like soon. Like.
oh no, yeah. I mean, as you were talking last time, like it took China 2.5-3 months to like. Now they're like starting, right? They're like being
Starting
very cautious, which
Yeah.
means they're not. It's not 0 to 100. They're probably like at 50, and
Yeah.
then maybe the next few months, if cases don't increase, they might go to 100. But
Yeah.
the entire thing is still gonna take a few months, man.
Yeah, that's definitely like the argument now, like, because Trump wants to like have everything.
By Easter, it's not.
It's not sufficient, right? So we're probably looking at May or maybe June times.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, social distancing is hard to do, and people here don't like to wear a mask. That's the biggest thing.
Well, masks I mean, from what I've read, masks have. There's a lot of mixed. What do you call it? Mixed research on masks
Mm-hmm.
and their protectiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, I think the biggest factor is you're hoarding masks. Healthcare workers don't have it.
Right.
Right. I think if there was enough for everybody, wear masks. It's just more protection. It's always good.
Yeah.
But you're finding that healthcare workers don't have required masks. So
Yeah,
between you and a healthcare worker, they should have they need it more.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a double-edged thing, I mean, from what I understand, like, and you can correct me, it felt like a lot of Asian countries, they have the habit of wearing masks. It's for
definitely
pollution, or it's like, so it's like when people were telling me a month ago, that people are buying masks from here and sending to China.
Yeah, I've been doing that too, but
exactly.
Like 2 months ago, like, it was all sold out. I got relatives that asked me, "Hey, Kevin is in the U.S. Can he get us some masks?" And then there was like the beginning of the outbreak. But
there you go. Like, so so much was depleted. So much resources were depleted in the U.S. Right. So, but again, like, it's a very complicated, very nuanced issue.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is there's some cultural twist in there as well, right? Like, yeah, I think you are right with the pollution and everything. Like, Chinese people, like, they're more used to wearing masks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here, people are not.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
So you're right. So it's not like a thing. Yeah, it's not a thing. So wearing masks is like, culturally, I don't know, but like just wearing a mask is not comfortable.
Yeah, of course it's not.
Right. So if you actually are wearing the N95 mask, the actual, it's hard to breathe through it.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be that way. So it's like, it's not something that's comfortable. It's not something that you can wear all the time.
Right.
So people are not really used to that.
Mm-hmm.
So so again, like, yeah, maybe after this blows out, after this gets over, maybe things are gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe masks are gonna, like, maybe there's a company that'll make N99 masks, and like, I don't know.
Max
So everywhere, and it's gonna be in every. It might become like a household feature, like in your pantry, in your, like, your supply, have this as well. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
And as I said, like, China had a very, they wore masks, they had strict social distancing, they had strict, that cannot happen here.
That's true.
So just by that fact, mask or no mask, people are still going to go out,
Yeah.
and yeah, we're going to see. It might take us longer, as we've talked about. It might take us longer to get to the same point. Maybe
Right.
6 months, maybe the end of this year.
Yeah, your camera is slowing drop.
Oh, sorry.
I've been taking a good look of your shirt.
My Star Wars shirt.
Are you wait? Is the Mandalorian 2 is gonna come out soon or something? I heard rumors.
I mean, there were obviously it's gonna come out, obviously. But I don't know if when they're gonna do it with all of this nonsense, because have you watched it?
No.
I would recommend watching it.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? Because I signed up for the Disney Plus when it first came out. Like I skipped the entire Star Wars section. I watched all the stuff on National Geographic.
Oh, okay.
I watched all the Pixar stuff, and then I don't know, like it just not on my list, I guess.
That's okay. I mean, if it's not, then it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, if you like all the Disney's content, everything else, it's still worth it, because Star Wars is like 10% of the content. But yeah, it's like, so. But we're sharing with somebody else, so it's like we're not paying for it.
Good, awesome.
Yeah. So it's like, it's easy, and it's just like, you use my Amazon Prime, I'll take your Disney Plus. So
there you go. Good. It's a sharing situation.
It's a sharing situation. We have to be clever.
Yeah, like I've been like, hesitant of like signing up for Netflix, even though there's some good shows on there, because like David Zoe came me off like their plan. So I was sharing with him, and I was like, cool, maybe I will get a Netflix. But like, so far I've been like, entertaining myself with Amazon Prime, and to be honest, right. I don't watch that much stuff anyway, so it was just like once in a while.
But the Prime ordering makes it worth it.
Yeah,
probably.
Prime is worth it for sure. They have the Prime reading, they have the delivery. I got my jump roll, but like.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of if you calculate how much you shaved on shipping, it's probably worth it.
Yeah.
But then the question is, would you have ordered the same amount of stuff if you didn't have that?
Right now, it's definitely key for the time right now. But like before, like say, like right now I'm with Amazon Music. Like, I'm paying them extra, but like it's cheaper with the HD music with Amazon, and then they have the reading. So every month I got a free unreleased book.
Audible.
That's like $10 right there.
I wish Audible had sharing. I would have taken your Audible. Audible doesn't have sharing. So.
I know. I've been going crazy on Audible like last couple of days, because they have like those one-day sale. And it was crazy because 2 days ago when I had the one-day sale, I went through and I listened to the samples on Audible, and I listened to like 16 pages of it. Like, I don't listen to every single one, but like things I found interesting. So I dropped like $40 on Audible like two days ago. I bought like 6 audiobooks off of them.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. That's like $8 or so.
$7
per. Yeah.
So if you're really smart, if you're savvy, you can get some good audiobook deals.
You can gift those books, right?
I think I can gift it, but your first book with them is free.
Yeah. Oh, what I'm saying is, if there's a sale like that ever comes back, if I don't have Audible If I tell you, Kevin, get this book,
Yeah. I can give it to you for like $7. That's fine.
$7. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, again, be clever. So,
be clever. Yeah. So I mean, audiobook that you don't have to get it. Like there's this app called like Libby, Libby.
from a library thing.
Yeah, that hook up to your Solid library, and you can
Library,
get
yeah.
audiobook from them. I've used it before. Audible, it's actually not bad.
Yeah, it's not.
But the software is kind of glitchy and all that stuff.
Yeah, and you have 30 days or something. You can extend it always, but
Yeah. So.
But awesome, dude. I mean, I gotta call my brother soon.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I'll have to wrap this up.
Not bad.
But yeah, thanks for
write down the questions next time.
I will write down the questions.
And I will do it too. If I have any question for you, I'll write it down for you as well. So.
Okay, man. Okay.
All right. Good stuff.
All right. Okay, good stuff. This is Summer signing off.
Kevin signing off. Stop recording.